In a not too popular part of Dallas lies a brewery that embraces that exact cultural difference.
We like beer. I mean, what better business to be in than craft beer? The original founder, John Reardon, who was my college buddy up in Colorado, Boulder, Colorado, we both graduated in 2002, and we saw the forefront of craft beer. After college, I said, I want to go back home to Dallas and do something like this. But, 10 years later, we did it. It's been a whirlwind ever since.
The Deep Ellum Brewing Company was created to stick to so-called normal beers and give the people a craft beer that is as in-your-face as the creators themselves.
We're a fairly young company. We might be a little bit more brash than others. So I think it's sort of in embracing unusual ingredients, pushing the boundaries on style. And that's the identity that I would say that we have as a brewery. If we think we have a good idea, we're not afraid to try it. Fortunately, as I've said, most of the time they have gone fairly well.
People wanted less filling, taste great, so they drank Miller Lite, Coors Light, Bud Light, and there wasn't really a movement in the craft beer scene. People really didn't know where beer was made, and people are coming back to the originality of supporting a local. Local food, local beverage, local pubs, local schools. I mean, you can go on and on. It's just support local, think globally, support locally. It's like that's perfect. That's what we saw. We want to embody that style and create a positive reflection of what Deep Ellum's always been. And so we came up with our Beer Festo, which is we're going to do shit our own way. We're going to do things the way we want to do it. And if you don't like it, there's the door. I mean, and that's the Deep Ellum. That's the Deep Ellum way. It's the way of love runs deep.
The DEBC saw not only to create outstanding craft beer, but to create a brand that anyone could recognize.
One of the draws here was that they have the marketing thing down, and it's every bit as important as the beer itself.
Going back to the roots of what Deep Ellum is, the culture here, the artwork, the designers. There's a lot of creativity here. We incorporate that with our logos. We incorporate that with our can design. But that's what really separates us. If you can't identify a brand, it doesn't matter how good your product is going to taste or feel or touch or whatever, it's not going to go anywhere. You've got to have brand identification.
Brewing is an art as well as a science. Planning and preparation go into every batch. And even though it's called work, good times can be found in every can.
A good brewer won't tell you he knows how to make good beer. A good brewer will tell you he knows how to make good sugar water, because the yeast actually cultivates and makes the beer.
It's a nice little mix between science and sort of an artistic side. A little bit of biology, a little bit of chemistry, good amount of physics. So as long as you understand the basic concepts of it, you can do it without understanding science, but there's a lot going on besides just throwing malt and water together. It's just a matter of having a set flavor profile that you want to achieve, and then understanding your ingredients enough to manipulate them to get those flavors.
With a wide variety of craft beers already under their belt, the Deep Ellum Brewing Company is still on the search for the next great flavor.
We have IPA just over there in bourbon barrels. We have double brown stout also in bourbon barrels for our new Belgian quad that we're releasing soon. We have Cabernet barrels over there that I believe we're going to fill. But I really think this coffee brown ale that we have going, and that'll be out in the next few weeks, is going to be absolutely phenomenal. All the beers that we make, it's not like, it's my recipe or our head brewer's recipe or somebody's. These are all generally collaborative ideas that come together as one, and usually they're pretty good, so it's cool.
While they already have widespread local appeal, the Deep Ellum Brewing Company would love to see their cans stretch across the nation.
They have the whole package here, and we're really poised to grow a lot.
Our goal is quite simple. We have a fiduciary duty to our investors and to the employees of this brewery that want to be a part of this company for many years on the road, and that's to grow, so we can actually live, comfortably and be a part of this brewery. So yes, we want our beer, Deep Ellum beer, across this nation.
The DEBC is more than just amazing craft beer. They provide a sense of family and give back to the community in ways that only a beer company can.
It's really cool to know that, I'm helping to make a product that people really enjoy. And there's also a great sense of pride that everybody shares here in doing that.
We have banners in our brewery, and that say support local music. We have banners on the brewery that say support local food, and both those make a huge difference, and they mean a lot to us. The special events are very important to us. We knew that in order to get our foot in the door throwing events, we obviously had to some way start up and fund charities. But Cans for Cans is a campaign that we started this year, supporting breast cancer awareness. We donated $1 for every 6-pack for the Cans for Cans campaign. We did pink pack tech carriers, which holds our 6-packs, and we sold 15,000 cases, so we gave 15 grand that month, which was huge. But we'll do other events. We do an event here every year called World Water Day, Water for Africa. We donate quite a bit of beer. I think I've got around 50 cases of beer a month going out right now to just various events, various sponsorships, supporting local things. Anytime you're going to get a nonprofit that wants to get together and provide some sort of party or an awareness of what they're doing, let's try to do it at a brewery. Let's try to get free beer involved. And let's make sure that beer, that brewery, can help back us up. And that's what we do. In short, being able to give back to the community is the community knowing that we make beer for themselves.
As you can see, people gather every Thursday evening and Saturday afternoon to listen to live music, eat food, and of course, drink some beer.
Generally on nicer weather days, we'll have crowds of like 300 or 400 people here.
It's the party life that makes a good brewery successful, because people like to incorporate what they drink by what they know and where they go.
It's awesome. I love this place. It's really cool.
And when you can get people in your brewery, they're going to want to drink your beer even more when they're outside of the brewery.
I've been to beer gardens in California, and they're not as nice as this one.
The Ellum Brewing Company has received support since before the beginning. Just ask any of their thousands of Facebook fans. And by the looks of things, it's only getting stronger. So watch out, Metroplex. The DEBC is here to stay. So prepare for good times, good tunes, and an even better craft beer.
We are still, a startup. I mean, this is our 3rd year. We're going into our 3rd year right now. We still have a lot to do. So yeah, I love what I do, but it's work. It takes a lot of work. The old saying is beer doesn't take a day off.